If there's this one action that you've been putting off, that you've been procrastinating over, today is a very good excuse to finally do it. And I'm going to give it to you. Real strategies for a personal brand that actually sounds like you and gets you clients. Produced on Wadawurrung land. Yes. I am going to make you do it. And trust me, by the end of this episode, you are going to do it because I'm going to make you do it. Thank you to Sarah from New Zealand for this prompt of this episode today. The question we're ultimately answering in today's episode is, I keep telling myself I'll post, I'll reach out, I put my hands up for things, I'll take the opportunities, but I freeze every time. How do I actually make myself do the scary stuff? Well, the answer to that is you get to blame me for it. So let me break you down and take you straight into today's episode. So what I mean by that, by blaming me, because I can take on all the world's struggles. I am a god. I am totally not human and fallible and need soft and scary cuddles when I feel overwhelmed. That's not true. I'm not a god. Nor would I ever want to be. But you can still blame me. Most people, including yourself, know exactly what you need to do to grow your personal brand. And if you're unaware, we have an entire podcast to be able to help you do that. Because the problem is never really information. And also, if you really feel like it, you can go to an AI and find the answer there. I wouldn't really recommend it, but that's what I'm here for. But if you're just getting started, you can take those steps. Because the problem is never really just the information that you're getting. It's about taking that action. Not procrastinating. The action could be reaching out to 5 people. It could be registering for an event, or maybe posting on social media, or maybe just selling your service or your product. And in your head, you think that these aren't really complicated actions, Zoe. But they are scary ones. They are actions that you need to take to put yourself out there, not just to grow your personal brand, but to make money, to do things, and to achieve your goals. And that fear of judgment, that fear of making a mistake, and that fear of looking like you're just trying too hard are things that keep you invisible. You have talent. You wouldn't be here listening to me or watching my damn face if you didn't click to make this decision for yourself. You wanted to take these steps to make it happen for yourself. But you keep procrastinating. You keep finding better things to do with your time, or you're just so busy, stressed, and overwhelmed because reasons. It could be anything, really, to be honest. But today, I want you to give you a shorter, sharper episode than my usual podcast fare, to be able to give you a chance to name that fear, and then we're going to handle it. Together, we're going to handle it and see where it goes from there. Because you need to get moving. You need to take action. You need to do things. One thing that I have been definitely accused of over these past couple of years in growing my personal brand is that I take action. Sometimes a bit too quickly and a bit too rigorously for some people. And that's okay. But that's because I have learnt about myself. I've learnt that I'm definitely neurodivergent or neurospicy in some way. Not entirely sure what kind. Do I want to get diagnosed? No. But if I don't do something when I think about it, it is not going to get done. Now, have I developed systems and processes to help me do that? Yes. Do they fail? Constantly. But I'm still doing my best to take action. And when it comes to you and your goals, and of course, I'm your video confidence coach. I'm here to talk your personal branding and video marketing goals. It can be something that you put off, something that you procrastinate on, or something that you just avoid entirely because it's not a priority. And it's not going to get done if it stays that way. If you want something to be done, you are going to need to make it a priority. That's just if, ands, or buts. And if you are finding yourself getting overwhelmed and stressed, you need to rely on systems. I think it was some quote now. I am not a quote girly. I'm definitely not someone who uses quotes a lot, but there's one quote that I'm sure I will find in the show notes when you click the link in the first link in the description. But the quote was something, we don't rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to the levels of our systems, or something along those lines. And over the past couple of years, especially with how the world is going, that is definitely true. At least for me, at least. Is that the systems and the processes and the daily habits and things that I do, I'm going to fall into. And for a lot of people, my BFM, cue mug here, and you can buy it on the shop once I set that up. I'm procrastinating on it.
Pausing your podcast experience to let you know I'm on LinkedIn. Follow me for business tips, video hacks, and a little bit of sass right here on LinkedIn. Wait, we're not here yet. Follow me on LinkedIn and you come join. Come join.
My BFM, my bare effing minimum, for those who may not know what that means, is quite high in this area. Why? Because I walk the talk. I talk the walk. When people are coming to me for personal branding, I want them to see what they can possibly achieve. Now, am I doing everything all the time? God, no. But I have boundaries. I make things in place and I do systems and I do my best to keep going and be consistent. And if something is not working, then I drop it, change it, adapt it, or just put it to bed, have a little funeral for it, and then move on. And that is the same for you. You are feeling overwhelmed and stressed because there is no systems, no processes, no routines. And a reframe that I would like you to take after listening or watching this podcast is, if you need a reason to take action in that moment, in that time, use one. Use any reason to take action in that moment, even if it's made up. One thing that I've done with my clients, and I realize this is something I want to be able to give you too. I want to give you that permission to take action straight away. Even if it is something that's going to take you 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is, or even something that's going to take you a little bit longer than that. I want to give you the permission to tell yourself that Zoe said so. And then do it. Now, this is not about lying to yourself. Now, of course, we may not know each other personally. We may not have met, and if you do, make sure you book a disco chat with me because I would love to hear from you. This is not about lying to yourself. I want you to lower your own standards enough so you get moving. And then once you get moving, you can raise them up again. A little bit like that, those troughs that are in... Troughs? No. Those like dam structures that are in canals or in the UK where people have houseboats and then they go up and down in these little like troughs. You know what I mean? I'll put them in the description below. I'll put them in the show notes. So I go a little bit to what the words mean. But ultimately, you are lowering your stakes so you can get started, you can get going, you can do your BFM, you can do the bare effing minimum. And then once you get going, you're going. This is something that I use every single day. With myself, with my clients, with my family, with my friends. Visibility. Putting yourself out there. Taking the action. Doing the thing is a muscle. Is a practice, is a habit, is a thing that you need to consistently do over time. You do not build it by waiting until you feel ready. And that is coming from me. I have put off so many things that I wanted to do in my life because I didn't feel ready. I was too traumatized. I just didn't feel ready to take that leap. You do not build by waiting there next to the bunch of concrete and bricks. You build by doing it and doing the next small thing. And if that takes blaming me, saying, "Grr, Zoe said I had to do this," so be it. "Oh, Zoe said I had to film this video." Ugh. So be it. Zoe said I had to post online. God damn it. You gonna do it? Good. And if that's what it takes to get you going, awesome. I can handle a bit of that. A bit of that little bit anger and resentment. Now, of course, I want to stress, do not put the entire world problems blaming on me. I am your personal brand and video marketing coach, friend, builder. I can't be blamed for absolutely everything. But when it comes to taking action and needing that excuse to do it, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for you for. I'm here for your clients, because your clients need to hear what you have to say. You're not building your personal brand for yourself. You're doing it for them. And to do that, you need to take action. And the action that I'm asking you to do doesn't have to be huge. Doesn't have to be impactful. Doesn't have to be world-shaking, earth-breaking. It just has to be real. It has to be a real action. It has to be pitching, posting, reaching out, registering, showing up somewhere new, being consistent, scheduling things ahead of time, batching them, repurposing them, whatever it is, pick one. And if you're going to build something with your personal brand, you need to start by moving, even if it is just a single step. And after all is said and done, if anyone asks why you did it, you can always just say, Zoe made me do it. Recapping today's episode is knowing what to do is not the same as doing it, because that gap is incredibly normal. We are swimming in information, not exactly swimming in action, but giving yourself a reason, even if it's a borrowed one or even a tiny itty bitty silly one, can be enough to break that procrastination habit, to break that freeze. And especially if you want to just get a little Uncle Sam shot of me saying, do it. If that's what you need, so be it. Because those visible action steps are going to build momentum, are going to allow you to build systems, processes, and habits that are going to build your personal brand so you can be there for your audience. You can give them the message that they need to hear, and you can continue to grow further because you'll be putting yourself out there. The action may feel scary today, but it helps you move your personal brand forward. I want you to pick one thing. I want you to do that one thing. And I want you to blame me if you have to. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. For those who are listening or for those who are watching, make sure you put into your next listen or watch list episode 34 and episode 77. Episode 34 is starting before you are ready. Oh, this is very familiar, isn't it? This was back when I restarted things on the podcast, and I just kind of did things. I took action, because even if I wasn't feeling completely ready, I just did it. And here we are today, whatever episode number this is by now. And episode 77 is talking about how confidence isn't magic. Spoiler alert, confidence is practice. Ooh! And if you want to find out more about that, make sure to check out that podcast. I want you to choose one action that you've been putting off about growing your personal brand, and I want you to do it today. Use this episode as an excuse. Use me as an excuse. Invoke my name. Curse if you have to. I don't really mind. Either way, you are going to stop putting things off. Mainly because I'm there going, Zoe made me do this. Even if it is something as simple as posting something online. Or getting your phone out and filming a video. You don't have to edit it. You don't have to post it. But you filmed it. Whatever it is, whatever the small BFM step is, I'm here for you. You've got this. And if you are still completely unaware, or maybe this has whet your appetite to actually want to meet me one-on-one, make sure to book a disco chat with me. You can do so in the second link in the description, because I want 13 minutes to focus on you, your personal brand, and what we could potentially do together. Or just how to, invoke my name when you need to do something you don't want to do with growing your personal brand. You are worth growing your personal brand, even if it feels painful to do in the meantime. You're worth this. And you can always blame me. Did you grab your next personal branding action? Make sure to check out the show notes, the links, and the resources in the first link of the description. And while you're there, check out the second link for something that might be exactly what you're looking for. If this episode has helped you in any way, the best thing you can do is leave a quick review on your podcast catcher of choice. It genuinely helps So much more than you could ever imagine. This podcast was produced on Wadawurrung land. I pay my respects to the elders, past and present. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. See you next week.